One breakfast staple has conquered the world so completely that it's consumed at a rate of 1 jar every 2.5 seconds. From Milan to Mumbai, Sydney to Sao Paulo, this chocolate hazelnut spread has become a global obsession worth over 2 billion euros annually. No matter how you spread it, Nutella has transformed from a wartime invention into the world's most beloved breakfast companion. And today, we're going inside the massive operation that produces 400,000 tons of this creamy gold every single year. You'll discover the closely guarded secrets behind their perfect recipe and witness the cutting-edge technology that transforms raw hazelnuts into silky smooth perfection in every jar. So grab your spoon because we're spreading all the delicious details your way. Just ahead on Profit Decoded. Chances are you've got a jar sitting in your pantry right now. It's that distinctive shape with the white lid and golden label that's become iconic in 160 countries worldwide. This clever packaging design isn't just about looks, though. Every element, from the wide mouth for easy scooping to the transparent jar that shows off that glossy chocolate spread, was engineered to preserve freshness and maximize appeal. But Nutella's journey to breakfast tables everywhere started with a problem, not a plan. In 1946, post-war Italy faced a massive cocoa shortage. Pastry maker Pietro Ferrero had to get creative, mixing hazelnuts, which grew abundantly in his hometown of Alba, with precious cocoa to create a solid block called giandujote. Parents could slice it and put it on bread for their kids. By 1964, Pietro's son Michele had transformed this humble paste into the spreadable Nutella we know today. Their timing was perfect. As Europe rebuilt and prospered, families had more money for small luxuries. And Nutella, with its premium taste at an affordable price, fit right into this new lifestyle. Fast forward. Today, Ferrero has become a chocolate empire worth 15 billion euros, with 25 production plants churning out Nutella around the clock. Their biggest breakthrough came when they standardized the recipe globally, while adapting jar sizes to local preferences. 400 grams in Europe, 375 grams in the United States, and even single-serving portions in Asia. So what exactly goes into this jar that's got the world hooked? Let's crack open the recipe. The formula might seem simple, just 7 ingredients, but the proportions are a trade secret more closely guarded than most bank vaults. We do know it contains about 56% sugar, 30% palm oil, and 13% hazelnuts, with cocoa powder, milk powder, lecithin, and vanillin making up the rest. Those hazelnuts are the real stars, though. Ferrero is actually the world's largest hazelnut buyer, consuming 25% of the entire global supply. That's 100,000 tons of hazelnuts every year, enough to fill 40 Olympic swimming pools. To secure this massive supply, Ferrero doesn't leave anything to chance. They work directly with farmers in Turkey, which provides 70% of their nuts, as well as growers in Italy and Chile. They even developed their own hazelnut variety, the Tonda Gentile, for its sweet flavor and perfect oil content. The ingredients are then delivered to Ferrero's production facilities, which are strategically placed near major markets to ensure maximum freshness. And since we're talking about industrial scale production here, let's see how these raw materials get transformed from the ground up. Making Nutella starts long before anything reaches the factory floor. Hazelnuts arrive in massive 25-ton trucks, each shipment worth about 150,000 euros. Before they're even unloaded, quality control technicians pull samples to test for moisture, which must be below 6%, and check for dangerous aflatoxins that can develop in improperly stored nuts. Once approved, the hazelnuts get pumped through pneumatic tubes into towering storage silos that can hold up to 200 tons each. From there, they're fed into the roasting drums. These enormous cylinders, about the size of cement mixers, rotate at 20 revolutions per minute while internal temperatures reach exactly 150 degrees Celsius. For the next 20 to 25 minutes, the hazelnuts tumble through the heat. This isn't just about cooking them, it's about triggering the Maillard reaction that develops those complex, nutty flavors Nutella is famous for. As the nuts roast, you can actually hear them crackling and popping as moisture escapes, and the papery skins start to loosen. Coming out of the roasters, the hazelnuts ride a vibrating conveyor system where something remarkable happens. High-pressure air jets, blasting at 120 kilometers per hour, strip away those papery skins in seconds. The skins get sucked into a separate collection system where they are compressed into pellets and sold as the biofuel. Nothing goes to waste. But not every hazelnut makes the cut. Next comes one of the most sophisticated pieces of equipment in the entire facility, the optical sorting machines. These high-tech scanners examine 300 hazelnuts per second using cameras and infrared sensors. They look for any defects, dark spots, improper roasting, wrong size, even tiny shell fragments. When the scanner spots a reject, a precision airjet shoots it off the line faster than you can blink. Only 2% get rejected, but when you are processing 50 tons a day, that quality control is crucial. The approved hazelnuts now enter the grinding phase. Giant steel roller mills, similar to what you would find in a flour factory but precisely calibrated for nuts, crush them into increasingly fine particles. The first pass breaks them into chunks, the second pass reduces them to meal. By the third pass, the cellular structure breaks down completely, releasing the oils and creating a flowing paste. The grinders apply tremendous pressure, about 5 tons per square inch, and this generates heat. This heat is actually helpful, keeping the hazelnut oils liquid and making the paste easier to work with. The final consistency is incredibly smooth, with particles smaller than 30 microns. To put that in perspective, that is less than half the width of a human hair. Meanwhile, in another part of the facility, the other ingredients are being prepared with equal precision. The sugar, regular granulated sugar when it arrives, goes through hammer mills that pulverize it at 3,000 revolutions per minute into superfine powder. These mills process 2 tons of sugar every hour, reducing crystals to just 20 microns in size. Any larger and you would feel grittiness on your tongue. The cocoa powder gets special treatment too. It undergoes an alkalization process that adjusts its pH level, mellowing the bitter notes and giving it that distinctive mild chocolate flavor. This Dutch processing method, invented in 1828, is what gives Nutella its approachable, kid-friendly taste instead of dark chocolate intensity. Now comes the moment where everything comes together, the mixing phase. The hazelnut paste flows through heated pipes into massive mixing tanks, each one holding 5 tons of product. These tanks aren't just big bowls, they're precision instruments, with computer-controlled heating elements that maintain the mixture at exactly 30 degrees Celsius. Even half a degree variation could affect the texture. First in is the palm oil, sourced from certified sustainable plantations in Malaysia and Indonesia. Since 2015, Ferrero has used 100% segregated certified sustainable palm oil, meaning it can trace every drop back to the specific plantation. The palm oil is crucial. It's what keeps Nutella spreadable at room temperature without separating. As it flows in, massive counter-rotating paddles begin turning at 60 revolutions per minute, creating a vortex that ensures perfect distribution. Next comes the sugar, added gradually over 10 minutes to prevent clumping. Then the cocoa powder, which turns the mixture that beautiful chocolate brown. The milk powder goes in next, specially spray-dried to preserve its creamy notes, followed by a tiny amount of lecithin, which acts as an emulsifier, and vanillin for that subtle vanilla finish. For the next 45 minutes, those paddles keep turning, folding, and blending the mixture thousands of times. Temperature sensors take readings every 10 seconds, while automated systems adjust heating elements to maintain that critical 30-degree sweet spot. Quality control technicians pull samples every 15 minutes, testing viscosity with precision rheometers that measure flow resistance down to the centipoise. Too thick and it won't spread properly. Too thin and it'll run right off your toast. Once the mixing is complete and the batch passes all quality checks, it's time for packaging. And this is where the operation gets seriously impressive. The filling line is a symphony of synchronized machinery moving at breathtaking speed. Empty glass jars, manufactured on site in furnaces that run at 1,500 degrees Celsius, arrive on conveyor belts, moving at 3 meters per second. These aren't just any jars. Ferrero produces 2 million of them daily in their glassmaking facility, each one designed with that distinctive shape that's become synonymous with Nutella. The wide mouth makes scooping easy, while the transparent glass lets that glossy chocolate spread sell itself. The jars pass under volumetric piston fillers. Imagine giant syringes that dispense exactly 750 grams of Nutella, with an accuracy of plus or minus 2 grams. These machines fill up to 1,000 jars per minute. That's about 17 jars every second, each one getting the exact same amount. Immediately after filling, each jar receives its tamper-evident aluminum seal. A heating element warms the foil to 180 degrees Celsius, while a pneumatic press applies 2 tons of pressure, creating an airtight barrier that locks in freshness. You know that satisfying pop when you first open a jar? That's the sound of the seal doing its job. The white plastic lids, made from polypropylene that is both recyclable and dishwasher safe, are screwed on by robotic arms that apply exactly 2.5 Newton meters of torque. Too loose and the lid could come off in shipping. Too tight and grandma can't open it. As the sealed jars cruise down the line, high-speed cameras capture 60 images per second, checking fill levels, lid placement, and label positioning. Any jar that doesn't meet specifications gets pulled from the line by robotic arms. But the most impressive quality check is yet to come. Every single jar passes through an X-ray machine that scans for foreign objects at a rate of 600 jars per minute. These machines can detect metal fragments as small as 0.8 millimeters, glass shards, even dense plastic. It is like giving each jar a medical CT scan in a fraction of a second. Approved jars then receive their batch codes and expiration dates via laser etching, a process that burns the information directly into the label at 50 jars per second. This coding is the final step in the inspection process. Is crucial for traceability. If there is ever an issue, Ferrero can track any jar back to the exact hour it was produced, which hazelnuts were used, even which employee was operating the line. The finished jars are grouped into cases of 15 by robotic arms moving in perfect coordination. These cases are then stacked onto pallets, each holding 1,080 jars, and wrapped in industrial plastic film for protection. From here, Nutella enters Ferrero's legendary distribution network, 150 warehouses worldwide, all maintaining precise temperature control between 18 and 20 degrees Celsius, with 65% humidity. These conditions prevent the oils from separating and maintain that perfect spreadable consistency. The company's freshness guarantee is no marketing gimmick. GPS-tracked refrigerated trucks maintain exactly 18 degrees Celsius during transport, and sophisticated logistics software ensures every jar reaches store shelves within 3 weeks of production. When you consider they are delivering to over 170,000 retail points globally, that coordination is mind-blowing. And here is something remarkable: despite producing 400,000 tons annually, Ferrero has never had a global shortage. Their supply chain is so robust that even during the 2020 pandemic lockdowns, when everyone was stress baking and Nutella sales spiked 30%, they never missed a delivery. They have also pioneered some clever innovations you might not notice. That gold foil under the lid, it is not just for freshness. It is designed to peel off cleanly without tearing. Based on 3 years of consumer research, the label uses special adhesive that will not peel in humid climates, but removes easily for recycling. Even their sustainability efforts are impressive. Those hazelnut shells that get blown off during roasting, they are compressed into pellets that heat Ferrero facilities, saving 90,000 tons of carbon dioxide annually. The company has also planted 3 million hazelnut trees in the last decade, ensuring future supply while supporting small farmers. In 2023, they even launched Nutella plant-based, using chickpea and rice syrup instead of milk powder, capturing a whole new market without changing the beloved original recipe. So next time you twist open that white lid and dig into that silky chocolate hazelnut spread, remember, you're tasting the result of 75 years of perfection, 100,000 tons of carefully selected hazelnuts, and technology that would make NASA jealous. Thanks for watching. Profit Decoded. We'll see you next time.